Hey, how's it going, you guys? This is Peplotopus here, and it's time for another review of Hunter x Hunter, episode 23, I believe. Sorry, my lighting is a little bit different. I don't have my phone with me right now to put up with the little flashlight for lighting. But it should only be like that for this review. So yeah, we got another pretty damn good episode of Hunter x Hunter. Better than the last episode, for sure. Better pacing, better animation, and everything. So yeah, let's get started. Basically, we pick up exactly where the last one left off. They met Mike the guard dog. They're on their way to Kangaroo Mountain, but essentially, first they stop at a cabin. I believe that's where the servants they stay there or whatever. And we meet this other guy, kind of a dick, but you know, not like a super dick. He's just kind of like, oh, you guys will never get there. It's impossible. Go home. That kind of guy. But Gon basically explains, and we finally get like a full explanation. I mean, obviously he's motivated because Killua is his best friend, but what's really motivating him forward is the fact that he was not there for him when he needed him. Like, Gon was not there when Killua needed him. And that's nice. I like that Gon took that into account, and he's thinking about stuff like that. So that was cool. They still want to push open the gate so that they can formally enter, because before the dude pushed it open for them, they want to be able to actually do it themselves and go through, even though Gon doesn't really like the idea of being tested. But what ends up happening is, water break. What ends up happening is they put on big weighted vests. Everything in the house is heavy as fuck. Like, literally, the bathroom door is like 500 kilograms or whatever. I was about to say kilometers. No, it's not a fucking distance. Yeah, you know, everything is ridiculously heavy. And that helps with their training so that they can become strong enough to push the door open. And they kind of say, Gon, you really shouldn't, because your arm is broken. We'll take care of it. We're your friends. We'll do this for you. Which is nice, but they can't really do it. Gon kind of sneaks off and trains on his own a bit. When, you know, they're not looking, you know, they catch him a couple times. It's all in montage, which is cool. Then they're told by the one dude who was kind of being a dick, but I guess Gon's determination kind of wins him over. That's kind of a theme for the past few episodes of Gon being extremely charismatic and likable, I guess. I don't know, I like the kid. He just says you gotta push at the same time. You gotta look at your timing. And they start to push it open. Doesn't quite work. I think they train some more. Then they try to get in without the vests. They're able to actually push it a fair distance, but they can't really get it. Gon takes off his, it was probably this side or whatever, but he takes off his cast, he takes off his vest, and he starts pushing. He's like, my arm is healed, which I don't know if it is or not, if he's like fighting the pain, or if he actually did heal, his arm is healed. I'm not sure which it is. They said it would heal quickly, and they've been training for a few days, so maybe it's healed. I don't know. He could just be fighting through the pain. Either way, I don't really care. Unless it becomes relevant, I don't care. If it becomes relevant, then yeah, I will care. But yeah, so they are able to push open the gate. All three of them pushed open one gate. Kind of weird that Killua can push open three, because that just means he is so far ahead of them. It's kind of ridiculous, but yeah, it's not that big of a deal, I guess, but it is strange that he is so far ahead. Then there's, let's see. That's pretty much the first half of the episode, carrying over a little bit in the next. Oh no, I skipped a part, fuck. Important part, too. We see Killua and what he's doing at home right now. Not the best situation. He's strung up, being whipped by, I believe, probably his brother. This fat-looking dude, really, you hate his face as soon as you see his face. It's just like, oh my god, this guy is just scum. So I guess well drawn in that aspect. He's whipping him, telling him not to yell at the mom. The mom is trying to, like, baby him and, like, spoil him, while at the same time he's being, like, ridiculously punished. So, you know, shitty family. Extremely dysfunctional. Yeah, he ends up finding out that Gon is on the way. They opened the gate and everything, and he's like, yeah, Gon will make it here. He can get past it. He can do it. He believes in Gon. And, of course, the mom and I believe his little sister or whatever are all, he won't and blah, blah, blah. The mom's design is very interesting because aside from her face, it's just very old school type, like a very old, like you'd see in like old pictures, puffy dress on the bottom and just, you know, I don't know how to describe. And then her face is like fucking like RoboCop, so I don't know what the fuck. Then you have the little sister who looks pretty generic. She's just kind of short, wears a little like Japanese kind of kimono thing. Whatever, I like their designs. I even like the fat dude's design because he just kind of looks like an unlikable dick. So yeah, that scene, you know, getting whipped and stuff, pretty shitty for Killua. Then we go back to our main group. Well, no, I kind of went out of order, but the next part of the episode was them opening the gate, I believe. Then after that, we get them going in. Now they're in. They've opened the gate themselves. Mike's not a problem. They're just going in. Water break. And they end up coming across a butler, an apprentice butler, and this kind of gets foreshadowed by the one guy who's kind of being a dick. He basically says, I tried to do this 3 years ago. He doesn't tell Gon and his friends, but he kind of just says to the other dude, they kind of remember, 3 years ago I tried to break in. There's a whole group of dudes completely just destroyed by this one person with like kind of weird hair and like this staff with a ball on the end, or a sphere on the end. We get to meet that person. It's this younger black girl, and she basically says, you're not allowed through. Gon says, I'm going. And she draws a line and says, if you cross this line, I'm going to hit you. Gon just walks towards it, crosses the line, gets hit. And we basically get that for the rest of the episode. He crosses the line, gets hit, crosses the line, gets hit, crosses the line, gets hit. But it's done in an emotional way. He has, you know, speeches about how I will see Killua and blah, blah, blah. Kind of gets to the little black girl. Once again, the theme of him kind of winning people over. But at least it's not, like, forced or anything. In this case, she kind of remembers Killua arriving, and Killua says, I made a friend. And she sees that, and she has sympathy, she has compassion, which is clearly a no-no for this family. Compassion is like, ugh, compassion, no, get that shit out of here. If you're part of this family, I guess. Eventually, Gon's just face is all fucked up. And Leorio and Kurapika are looking all epic, like, yeah, we're letting him do this. Like, they're doing nothing at all, and they still looked epic, which is hilarious, but also epic at the same time. Eventually, he breaks this stone when he gets mad, because, I mean, when this kid gets mad, he's just extremely strong. And she basically says, yeah, help Killua, and as soon as she says help Killua, she takes a shot to the head, and it's like, what the fuck? Because it comes out of nowhere. It's very well drawn, and the way they stylize the image, it's very good. And it's the mom and it's the sister. And they basically say, a message from Killua is, I'm glad you came, but I can't see you right now, I'm sorry. Which I think is total bullshit, considering how he was talking earlier on in the episode. I don't think he actually said that. I think they said he said that so that they'll leave. But we'll see. He might have actually said that, but I don't think so. But there's always the possibility. But yeah, we'll see. I mean, and the hype on this family is fucking real, dude. How much all this shit weighs. How the butlers are just extremely overpowered. Fucking Mike the guard dog is, like, well trained and shit. The fucking gate being able to open. I bet his dad or his mom could probably open all fucking 7 gates easily. It's ridiculous, but I like it. So, you know, I like when characters get this massive hype, and I like when there's these really powerful characters. It'd be nice to see Gon not get his ass kicked for once, but at least this wasn't an actual fight. He literally said, I'm not gonna fight you, so I mean, you know, it's not like Hanzo, where it's like he tried to fight and just got his ass kicked. But we'll see. Gon will probably definitely, you know, be able to fight people later on. Then it's pretty much the end. They get that message. The little black girl is now dead. Well, she wasn't little, but, you know, like Gon's age. She kind of looked around Gon and Killua's age. She's dead, I'm assuming. Yeah, and that's pretty much the entire episode. So not like any major character development. Well, I guess kind of for the butler, but she kind of died, so, you know. And we kind of just see the workings of this family and how fucked up they are. So overall, it was just a really enjoyable episode. There wasn't a ton of, well, I guess there was kind of some story progression, obviously a little bit. It was well paced. I liked the training. These characters, Leorio, Kurapika, and Gon are probably a lot stronger than they were before after training with those heavy weights for like a few days. I don't know how long they trained. They didn't really say, but they're probably all stronger. Not strong enough to take on the family, but they're stronger. I mean, so yeah. Overall, I'm going to give this episode like a 7 out of 10. I thought it was good. We'll see what happens next. I don't know how long this arc's going to be, but we seem to be making, you know, nice little progressions each time, so I don't know how much longer this forest's going to be, but we'll see if they even have to actually get there. So, thanks for watching. I will talk to you guys later. Tell me what you guys thought below. Bye.